Thanks for joining us. I'm Sam Wright. It has been well over 2 years since Russia first opened fire in Ukraine. The war has not only claimed hundreds of thousands of lives, but forced so many people to flee from the bloodshed to move to safer parts all over the world.
Now that includes 1,400 in the United States, including a family of 11 now living in a small town about 45 minutes from Sioux Falls. John Gaskins with our 5:30 top story tonight.
In 2012, Alla Karenina, a native of Ukraine, moved to Sioux Falls. And then 3 years ago, she, her husband, and their young son moved here to Salem. And just a few months after that, Alla woke up one day to find out not only was her home country at war, but her hometown, 40 miles from the Russian border, had been bombed.
I don't know if I can even describe it. You're just, easy way to say is worried, but it's something else. Like you're just always on edge. You just hope that your sisters and your parents keep coming through on those group messages. And
over 5,000 miles away, with nearby buildings raging on fire, Alla's family was safe, hunkered in bomb shelters in or near their homes. For several months, they lived in fear for their lives.
On the first night when the war starts, that's our city, that's Alla's university, on fire.
5 months later, through a new federal pathway allowing endangered Ukrainian immigrants to unite with their families in the U.S., both of Alla's sisters, each with one toddler child, arrived in Sioux Falls.
It was such a big amount of different emotions. We were all scared and we had to run, just to pack like a couple pictures, your passport, and run.
And there was the opposite emotion, the joy of seeing their sister Alla in person for the first time in 10 years.
That was, one of the happiest days of my life.
But Natalia and Zoya were leaving behind in Ukraine their husbands, who kept working their jobs to support the families, and their parents, who chose to stay and live in danger.
unfortunately, they felt that a short life there is still better than being torn out of what they know. We've begged them to come for a very long time.
Eventually, within a year, the sisters' husbands and parents all moved to Salem. The sisters say the folks in town have been more than warm and welcoming to these immigrants. The whole family feels blessed to be together when they thought they'd live the rest of their lives apart. War brought your lives together.
That's true. That's true. We were talking about that a lot.
But every day, they watch in horror the images from afar of a war whose end appears to not be in sight. And they continue to fear for the safety of loved ones and wonder if and when they'll ever return.
And that's all I talk about, is how blessed I am that my family is here, all the benefits of having a family close. But the survivor guilt started even when I knew I'm safe and I knew they weren't.
In Salem, John Gaskins, Dakota News Now.